Welcome to the DACC Student Success Series. My name is Dr. Brown and I teach biological sciences at Danville Area Community College. I've also been teaching student success courses for over 20 years. All right, let's talk goals. Not the kind you score in soccer or in hockey, but the kind that help you succeed in college and in life. Whether your goal is to pass my biology class without crying, organize your closet, or graduate on time, setting goals will help you focus on what matters and avoid wasting time and energy. In this module, I'll show you how to turn those big dreams into actionable SMART goals. So you're not only wishing for success, you're actually working towards it. So let's get started. So why does goal setting even matter, you ask? Well, you can think of goal setting as your personal GPS. It keeps you from wandering around aimlessly or ending up somewhere weird, like maybe accidentally majoring in something you hate. So it's going to provide direction and purpose. It's also going to help you to use your time and energy wisely. You know what you want to accomplish, when you want to accomplish it by, and helps you focus your energy in the right direction. Goal setting is going to help build motivation and accountability because, again, you're establishing these clear, measurable goals and you're setting deadlines and you're going to wind up tracking progress. Goal setting also encourages continuous improvement. They give you a focus, guides you in the direction towards success, and let you measure your progress so you know when it's time to celebrate or redirect the course. And sure, you can expect both successes and slip-ups with any process, but if you want results, the first thing you have to do is set achievable goals. We've all been there, right? January 1st rolls around and you're like, new year, new me. So you buy yourself a planner, you go to the gym once, and suddenly it's February and your goals are ghosting you. Well, you're not the only one. Nearly 40% of Americans make New Year's resolutions every year, but 90% of these declarations end in failure by the second week of February. Clearly, this goal stuff must be harder than it looks, right? Or is it that we are not making our goals the right way? So most New Year's resolutions and other general goals fail because they are way too broad, vague, or unrealistic. You might say, I want to exercise more, or I want to get more sleep, or I want to improve my diet, learn a new language, become rich. Do these sound familiar? Most people think too broadly and create wildly ambitious goals that would require truly transformative changes in their life, and we're just not ready to commit. Many times we also don't create an action plan for accomplishing these goals. We also don't come up with some type of mechanism for accountability to keep us on track. We don't set up our goals to fit in with our current lifestyle. So bottom line, you're not alone in failing to accomplish your New Year's resolutions. So instead of beating yourself up, we're going to learn how to turn those goals into real, lasting change. Let's talk about the types of goals. Not all goals are created equal. Some are quick wins, like, surviving Monday without spilling coffee on yourself or completing all the assignments on time this week. So these are going to be your short-term, daily, or weekly goals. Others might take more time, like keeping your GPA above a 3.5% this semester. Then there are the big ones. Things like graduating, transferring, launching your dream career, your long-term goals. Well, your short-term goals you want to set up to fit into those medium-term goals, which you want to set up into those long-term goals. They're kind of all connected, kind of like a Netflix series, episode by episode, which build up to create this big picture of what you want to accomplish. You've heard the phrase dream big. Yes, and we want you to dream big, but we also want you to dream smart. Goals are just dreams with a plan to back them up. You can achieve big dreams, you just have to give them structure. And so you're going to use the S.M.A.R.T, the SMART goal method, to turn dreams into goals that you can actually accomplish. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about SMART goals. What is a SMART goal? Well, SMART is an acronym for goals that are made specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, or sometimes you will see relevant, and finally timely or time bound. Okay, so S.M.A.R.T, these are what's going to make the difference between just a everyday goal and something that you can actually achieve. So let's talk about some examples. Okay, so let's go through each of these terms once again. Specific. What exactly do you want to achieve? Let's say you wanted to go to the grocery store and you want to make a grocery list. You're not going to say buy food, right? You want to be specific as to exactly what you want to purchase while you're there. Measurable. How will you know when it's done? Okay, I have purchased everything that I have down on my list, so I know that I am now done. Achievable. Okay, I'm not going to have 100 items and only give myself 10 minutes to do it. That would not be achievable. Okay, so I have 30 items and I have 30 minutes to do it. Yes, that is something that's going to be achievable. Relevant or realistic. Does this goal matter to you right now? I need food. These are the foods I need. So yes, this is a relevant goal for me right now. Time bound. When will you complete it? I'm going to complete it this afternoon because it fits into my schedule. I have a time block to do so. Okay, so these are our SMART goals, our specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals. Let's take a look at some academic examples. Okay, so here's what a SMART goal would look like in real life. Okay, I want to improve my calculus grade from a C to a B by finals. So this is a specific goal. I want to raise my grade to at least 87%. Measurable. How am I going to know that I'm doing this? Okay, because I'm going to have weekly quiz grades and exam scores, and I'm going to make sure that I keep track and that I am on the right pathway to getting that 87% or better. How am I going to achieve this? Well, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to tutoring, that I'm getting extra practice so that I can make sure that I achieve this goal. How is this relevant? Well, it's something that I need for my major. So yes, I need to make sure that I am achieving this goal. And time bound, well, I still have 12 weeks left of the semester. So I want to do it by the end of the semester before finals. Now let's try a personal one. Say I want to stop being a zombie in class. Well, make sleep a goal. So I want to get at least 7 hours of sleep a night. So let's be specific. I want to be in bed by 11 o'clock. Maybe I'm going to measure that by tracking it on a piece of paper or in a sleeping app. Is this achievable? Yes, but it might mean less doom scrolling at midnight. Is it relevant? Absolutely. It's going to help with focus and improve your mental health. And finally, is it time bound? If we try it for 30 days, see how we feel, then yes, we have that timely portion added to it as well. Okay, SMART goals, check. We're done. Now what? Okay, so now what we're going to do is talk about turning these goals into action. So our next step will be to create action steps, small steps that will move you towards your individual goal. So let's talk examples. So here's how this plays out in real life. Let's say Psych 101 is kicking your butt. Instead of panicking, break it down. You want to go to class. I know, revolutionary, but attend every lecture. Take good notes. Maybe use that Cornell format that you may have learned in the note-taking module. Visit office hours or the tutoring center every Tuesday. Create a study plan. Find a study group if that's your thing. And, well, let's be honest, sometimes it's not the assignment, it's TikTok that gets us. So also maybe set some daily time limits for your social media. There are a lot of different types of tools that can help you move forward. Call me old-fashioned, but just a simple pen and paper and writing down your goals for the day. I do this often. I have a pad of paper next to my bed, and before I go to bed, I write out what are the things that I want to accomplish the next day. So just simple pen and paper might be the trick. A Google Calendar, priceless. I would be completely lost if I did not have all of my appointments added into my Google Calendar. So this is a great way to organize. You can put your class schedule in, your work schedule in, any appointments, and then you can look for time periods where you can add study time. So it looks like Monday, you have a nice big block for studying, and Tuesday, you have even a bigger block for studying. So Google Calendar, great way to help you move forward and organize and help you meet your goal. Another great tool to use is the Eisenhower matrix. You have a lot of things going on. What should you prioritize? Well, this is a good way to do it. You take a piece of paper and you divide it into 4 boxes. The upper left quadrant are the things that are going to be urgent and important, that you do it today. Absolutely. Got to go to this appointment. Got to study for this exam. Then there is the right quadrant, upper right quadrant, that would be things that are not urgent but important. Okay, I need to make sure that I'm scheduling time to study for this exam that I have coming up next week. Bottom left are things that are urgent but not crucial. Okay, and you don't maybe personally have to do them, and you can delegate. Maybe someone needs to pick up milk from the store. Well, you don't personally need to do that, but someone does. So you can kind of delegate those things out. And finally, not urgent, not important. These are the things that you want to really limit in your life, or maybe even eliminate completely. And things like watching Netflix for 6 hours or scrolling through Facebook or Snapchat. These are things that you can probably put into this bottom right-hand quadrant. And yes, there is an app for that. We live in the age of apps, so why not use them to win at our college goals as well? Habitica is actually a pretty popular one. It can turn your to-do list into a game. You can literally win points for doing your laundry. So check out some of the goal tracker apps. They are a great resource. Want some accountability? Well, maybe join a study group. Don't underestimate a good study group as long as you're actually studying. So this is something that I did when I was in college. Every Monday through Thursday, 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock, I had a study group. We would meet. We would talk for 15 minutes. And then someone would inevitably say, okay, let's get to studying. And then we would stay and study together until 11 o'clock. We held each other accountable because we knew that we were all going to be there. And that was our time to get together yet study. So overcoming obstacles, because let's keep it real, things will get hard. Motivation will dip, distractions will rise, and well, TikTok will be calling your name. Okay, so obstacles aren't stop signs. You have to recognize them and do something about them. So for instance, take those big tasks, break them down into smaller achievable chunks. Set reminders so that you can get text messages or emails when you have something that's coming up, some big project that needs to be turned in. Build a support system, so friends or family that can check in on you and make sure that you are staying on task. And celebrate the small wins. You got out of bed, went to class, that's a win. Didn't cry during a midterm, another win. So celebrate those wins. Okay, well, we've just about made it through our goal setting module. Some final tips. Now remember, every oak tree started as an acorn, meaning big achievements come from small beginnings. So start small and take it one step at a time. Check in on your progress. Don't be afraid to shift gears if you don't think your current path is moving you closer to your goals. And definitely don't be afraid to ask for help. Have a support team in mind before you even get started so you know where to go for that assistance when you need it. And always remember the why you wanted to accomplish this goal, because the why will get you through those tough days. And finally, celebrate your accomplishments, big and small, because you are crushing it and accomplishing what 90% of those goal seekers could not do. So, yay for you. Okay, and that brings us to our assignments for this module. Well, assignment 1, it's a quiz, yay! So what have you learned about SMART goals? So you'll have a 10-question quiz over identifying the SMART goals and goal setting. Assignment 2, okay, this one is a little bit more personal. Okay, you are going to choose one personal and one academic goal. You're going to turn each of those into the SMART goals, making it specific, measurable, attainable, realistic or relevant, and timely. And then you're going to list 3 action steps to help you reach each of those goals. So you'll be able to find both of these assignments in the Canvas modules. And that's a wrap on goal setting. Hopefully, you'll now be able to turn those big dreams into clear, SMART goals, and maybe even add a few action steps to help get you there. Remember, you don't need to have it all figured out today. You just need to take it one step at a time. Progress beats perfection, and even small wins will move you forward. Now go out there and crush those goals, and maybe even reward yourself with a special treat. You earned it.